We are at 8:51 this morning. Evans Mirageas joins us from the Opera in Cincinnati. Appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thank you.
This is the big kickoff week to your season.
It is.
And I have to say, I'm most intrigued that, I know tonight's an example, you'll be talking with people, an insight kind of about what's going on.
What we like to do is have about 1 hour before the performance, a half-hour presentation about what you can expect from the production, who our singers are, some background information on the opera itself. Even the most seasoned opera goer loves these things. This one tonight takes place in the ballroom at 6:30, and then the performance begins at 7:30.
So even for a beginner like myself, it's still okay to show up and say, all right, explain some of this to me.
You know what I love about them is that it does go the range. I do all of them myself. And what I try to do is prepare a talk that both reinforces the knowledge of the most seasoned opera goer and gives the first-timer a way to approach the opera. So there's something for everyone, absolutely.
I keep seeing some big billboards throughout the city of some of your shows.
Yeah.
Great advertisements, but eye-catching about, it seems a very modern approach to get people to come see your work.
One of the things that is wonderful about artwork today is that we actually do it all in-house. We have a fantastic in-house designer who does all of our imaging for us. And one of the things that we have found, and Cincinnati should be very proud of this, the average median age of a Cincinnati opera goer is about 5 to 7 years younger than the national average. In other words, we attract a younger crowd, period, to Cincinnati opera, to the most traditional operas, like tonight's double bill of Pagliacci and the comedy Gianni Schicchi, to the most avant-garde, out-there operas that we do once in a while. So we're lucky to live in a region that is so culturally rich that attracts opera goers of all ages.
And what is your trick of taking something that has so much history, that could be a very old style of art, if you will, and keeping it fresh for you? That's kind of your job of how do we keep it up to date? It
is. I think one of the things that we're very lucky in these days is that opera singers pretty much now look their parts. You know the old stereotype of the big blonde buxom opera singer with the spear and the helmet and the breastplate. Those days are pretty much gone. Opera singers, like athletes, are very health conscious. I mean, think about it. You do your entire living with 2 tiny pieces of effectively gristle in your throat. So you have to have a machine behind that allows you to be most effective in projecting the sound. Singers are very, very conscious now of looking well, of eating well, and being in training like athletes. I think that contributes to it because you see people up on the stage who look like you. Now, they may be dressed as ancient kings and queens and, you know, gods and goddesses,
but they could still be
your neighbor without the breastplate and the helmet, of course.
Maybe your neighbor has those, I don't know. Evans, we appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thanks very much.
Great advice. I can see you have good insight, so check that out.
Yes.
Before the shows. All right. Thank you very much.